This is Arco, who I know from Null Space Labs, and is going to tell you way more about himself because that's as much as I know. He's showing off a really awesome Demoscene board. Remember Demoscene? Take it away, Arco.
Cool. Yay. All right, so I'm at this party to tell you about another party, as weird as that may sound. And it's the LayerOne Demoscene, or demo party, I should say. So I'm going to define what demo is in this context. A demo is essentially this digitally animated music video that lasts about a few minutes, and it's supposed to show off these spectacular graphics, show off rendering techniques, play cool music. Whoop. And the reason people do this is just for fun. People who make these are usually coders that know assembly, C, and have a really good understanding of the hardware they're developing on. And sometimes they actually collaborate even with artists and musicians, so you'll have groups of demo sceners essentially making these demos. So a demo party is a gathering of demo sceners to just sit down, watch, and kind of egg each other on and compete with their demos. It's very popular in Europe, but not so much in the US, and I don't know why. And it was kind of sad when I saw this. So I thought, well, we got a conference 10 minutes away from here in Monrovia every year called LayerOne. And woo, yeah, LayerOne. All the guys that run it are over there. And we thought, well, there's all these tech talks, there's Tamper Village, hardware hacking. It's a great conference. So it'd be really nice to have this contest that's announced right now, and people are given 8 months to write their demos, get it nice and organized, and we're going to have one night. We're going to sit out by the pool. That's actually a real picture of the place. Maybe near the pool area. We'll see where it's going to be. Drink some booze. If you don't drink booze, we'll eat ice cream. I don't know. And just have a projector and speakers and just watch each other's demos and have a good time. So every demo party has categories and rules. And if this is a really, really general overview of the categories and rules. So if you're interested, there's a website at the end you can go to find out the details. But there's 4 categories. There's JavaScript. If you know WebGL, it's a really neat way of accessing your graphics card and doing cool visualizations. And there'll be a 64K and 4K size limit to that category. A Raspberry Pi category, which is more to try to get people who are new and they know Python but aren't really familiar with machine code. This is a category for them. It's you can run Pygame or whatever library you wish to choose, and you can draw stuff and make music and not really worry too much about it. And if you're really pro, you can stuff that all into 64K. There's a LayerOne Demoscene board, which I'll get to into the next slide. And there's going to be a wild category. So whatever you want to do, you could bring your own hardware. We'll supply a VGA, DVI, audio port. You could do emulators. You could bring a real C64 or an Amiga, whatever you want. We'll have a camera. We can point at it. You can watch the demo. You could take the microcontroller out of your toaster and make it do something cool. We'll show that off. It doesn't matter. It's just all for a good time. So the LayerOne Demoscene board kind of was inspired for what could we make for new people who want to do the machine code but make it really easy for them to write the code and learn the architecture. And we went through a lot of different chips. Atmel was very much considered, but they didn't have something that had the hardware we were looking for. And we found this PIC chip, which is 32 megahertz. It's 16-bit, has a 96 megahertz graphics core, which has color lookup tables, fonts, a frame buffer, so and then 96K SRAM, which is tons of SRAM to play with, and 512K. There's all the nice stats up there, and you can download the X16 compiler for free and start writing code for it. It's USB powered or external powered. You got GPIO, so you can do UART, SPI, all that fun stuff. Has a VGA port, so you can hook it up to whatever monitor you have at home. Maybe, hopefully, it still has VGA. So 16-bit up to 16-bit color, up to 8 bits per pixel, and 640 by 480. You have audio. It's all open source. All the code and the board files are online. And if you want to get a debugger, the PIC3 is great. The PIC 3, it's $50, which kind of sucks, but it's really, really, really helpful for having the debugger while you're writing the code. And if you don't want to fork over the money for that, there's a USB bootloader, so you can program it over USB, no problem. And it's going to be Mac, Windows, and Linux. I know a lot of people dislike Pick. Not really. There's a lot of hate around it, but including myself, I really didn't like it until I started this project. And MPLab X just made it way easier to develop for it. Everything's free. It's a sensible IDE. I really, really hate the old MPLab. No, all right. Like one hater. All right. No, it's all right. Sorry. So the board is going to be $30. We try to make it as cheap as possible to get the entry just easier. It's going to be available on the store for Hackaday, and it's going to be available at l1demo.org. We have a mailing list set up. We have this website that was made last minute almost, but it's available. You can go sign up. You can enter right now. The boards will be available there. The rules, the mailing list, which will announce things as we go along. Forum, wiki, so you can have all the support you need to develop for it. And all the guys are local here, so most of the people who have entered so far are local around the area. I don't have enough time to show a demo, but if you're interested in seeing some cool demos, there's all sorts of cool demos I'll have at the table right over there. And there's in fact one playing in front of you right now that was written today, actually in like the last 12 hours, that shows a Hackaday logo on LayerOne.org. So it's pretty sweet. And I hope you guys are like the perfect audience to announce this to. What's that? Examples? Oh yeah, well there's a craft demo here in the picture, and you got... yeah, there is, but I don't have time to play it. It's like 4 minutes long. Anyway.
Hey, Arco, is there a hard version of the contest for people who aren't bitches?
All right, yeah, well... No, they can wreck it. Yeah. And we have the demo boards here, so if you want to check one out, they're all here at that table, and that's it. Thank you.